crowd is charged up. We're charged up. All we want to see now is the puck drop. The Checkers, you can scratch Dan enough. As a result, due to injury, Yanni Kuokkanen, Spencer Smallman, all out due to injury. Bobby Sanguinetti, Stelio Matteo, Zach Stortini, Jacob Pritchard, Scott Davidson are healthy scratches. Here we go, folks. Patrick Brown, Necas, and Yurko, who returned to the lineup after dealing with an illness in the previous game. And now it's flung into the Charlotte zone where it's handled by Patrick Brown. Necas trying to exit it, doesn't connect, and now it gets to Nedeljkovic, who will leave it for Jajai Didier. As Nedeljkovic makes his first save, here's Necas through center ice, and the backhander just ahead, eluding the stick of Tomas Jurko. Back in the Charlotte zone, it's Carrick when the first 25 seconds is gone, and the chant is "Let's go Checkers" inside a jam-packed Coliseum. Casimir Kaskisuo giving instructions to Vincent Loverdi. But stepping in is Roland McEwen, trying to get it to Podorowski. There's a shot that just missed on the blocker side. And now it's Jake Bean on the line. Wrister deflected, rebound, that goes to the far wall. Mueller is there trying to get it out. He can't just yet. With 50 seconds gone the first period, it's retrieved by the Marlies. And now they'll get it to Michael Carcone. Hat-trick in game 4, by the way. Then to Loverdi, back for Carcone, moving quickly down the far boards. Cross-ice pass on the stick of Jeremy Bracco. Long range, went wide of the blocker side. Schilke trying to clear it out here, and Nick Schilke will. And he'll get it all the way down, will the Ohio State product. Casimir Kaskisuo will beat him to the puck, and Andreas Borgman is shouldered by Schilke, and Mueller takes a shoulder from Gauthier, and it's on the point for the wrist shot that deflected wide of Kaskisuo. Here's Hayden Fleury coming off a shorthanded goal in the previous game. Whipping it around to the far side, knifing it back to the point. The bouncer will be cleared. Gauthier will have to race back, and Nedeljkovic is telling his defense, you come back and take control of it, where Hayden Fleury will not waste much time left to right. Over the red line. Now he skates in and whips it around the boards. Nick Waugh there, and then Gauthier. He's in, dips the shoulder, fires in front. Kaskisuo got the goal stick down and made the save, and the puck stays out as Gauthier, at the end of his shift, drove the net and caused some havoc while he was there. Nedeljkovic back at his crease, Rasmus Sandin stepping in from the strong side. But now it rolls over to the Nick Waugh on the left wing, and it gets to the line, up and over in the Checkers bench.
Well, we knew we were in for a good test. Obviously, when you play the defending champs, regular season playoffs, they know how to win, and that's the biggest thing as a team that's trying to win is you want guys that have been there before. So they know what it takes to get there. And I think we had a few guys. Storts has obviously won it before. Ticker won it before. You had guys that at Yerkes won it that knew how to win. And they were a good team. I think they had a lot of guys that were a part of that championship team the prior year. And for us, it was just, go at them and play our game and take it to them. And don't be scared of them because, with the season that we had, we knew we were confident in ourselves. And it was... If we could play our game and we could dictate the pace, that we were going to give ourselves a good chance to win games.
It was one thing that to get that one big win in Toronto before we came home. I think we lost in overtime the game before that. So to get back on our feet and then be able to come home in front of our home crowd, it definitely gave us an advantage, I think. And everyone was pretty positive going into that game. And, you play them 6 times, you're going to figure things out that you didn't know in game 1. So I think that was a big one for us is kind of just sticking to our game. We had scoring up and down the lineup that series, and everyone was pitching in everywhere. So, I think it was just big that we stuck to our game plan and tried not to play into their game so much as to play into ours.
Great crowd. I think it was about 8 grand in the building. It was loud. For a Sunday, it was awesome atmosphere. It was a chance for us to clinch, go to the finals. So our guys were excited about it.
Well, what I'm telling the team is the same thing we always do, as coaches want to do, is keep it structured and normal as possible. Do everything the same. Let's not do anything different. Let's not talk any different. It's just another day at the office, and we're there to get a job done and do the things that make us successful. So that's what the talk was before the game. Play our game and be smart and play with a lot of energy.
Obviously excited. It was we've been playing well, but I think that we knew that we still had another level to get to, just because like our offense was clicking, but we knew that we thought we had the better team in that locker room and we needed to play like it. We thought that, some games, even though we were shorthanded, I know we had a lot of injuries and sickness while we were on the road in Toronto. I think that we knew we had another level to try and hit. And early in that game, I don't think we were playing great, but we definitely picked it up late in the game with the PK coming up huge.
Alexi Saarela. Saarela should be propelled by Finland's World Championship win today, beating Canada. Near giveaway by Kaskisuo. Now it is given away and bounces in front of the net. Here's a shot, missing on the blocker side. Podorowski, bat hit out of midair, going back to pick it up. Now it's on the point. On the left wing. Given away. Roland McEwen's got to be careful here against Carcone. He'll turn and wait for reinforcements. Keeping it inside the Charlotte zone. Bracco on the goal line. Through the crease, bouncing perfectly to Saarela. He'll gather speed. Saarela in. Saarela fires it, save Kaskisuo. First really good chance there. Saarela didn't get all he wanted on it. Kaskisuo made the save, an icing call against the Marlies. Great speed by Saarela. Nick Waugh, Nick Schilke, Julien Gauthier. Shot went wide of Kaskisuo. Waugh battling it out. Bracco banks it off the boards, back into Charlotte territory. Schilke quickly left to right. He's got control of it, dumps it in. Bounces off the N-wards again. Now it's going to be Sandin. His hit, taken a hit by Gauthier, but he made a good play anyways. This will go all the way down to Nedeljkovic, out to send it out to center ice. How about that play by the goaltender? Like a defenseman back there. Loose to Gauthier again. Down the shooting right side. Mishandled it. Goes back to pick it up again. Along with Waugh to a lurking Schilke. Back to the point now. Wrister blocked by Loverdi, the defenseman up top, trying to take away the point shot. Does an effective job. Schilke right back in. Smartly gets the puck in deep. He knows his team's making a change. 14:55 to go. It is the first period here in a 0-0 game. Trevor Carrick tracks it down. Then to Bishop. He'll skate in with it. Bishop off the wall. Too far for Lorentz. Lorentz shoulder to shoulder now with Trevor Moore. Nastasiuk also in there. Between the circles is Bishop if they can get him the puck in time. Right now it's played on the end wall. Again, fought free. This time Brooks. And then out to center ice. Tied up behind the play is Loverdi and Nastasiuk. Checkers have the tag up. They're doing it now. They're also going to make a change. 14:20 to go in the first. 0-0. Tomas Jurko, Martin Necas with Patrick Brown, the centerman. In by way of Dmytro Timoshev. Roland McEwen on his backhand. Then to Necas. Flipped it up high. Gets to Brown's stick. They don't clear it. Borgman sent it wide. Timoshev skates it up the far wall. Spun around by Trevor Carrick. Kick to Jurko. Now it gets out to center ice. And it's Brown. Gets around Borgman. At least trying to now. They go into the far boards. Big hit. Comes out near side. Turning with it. Engvall blindly gave it to Timoshev. That is a dangerous play, but Toronto's okay. Necas will try to track it down. Timoshev will spin away from him. And now take some room available. Pestered by two red jerseys. There's Patrick Brown to try to wrestle it free. 13.5 to go in the first period, 0-0. Not for the lack of trying for both teams. High flip to center ice. Hayden Fleury catches it. Gave it away nearly. Rolls to Nedeljkovic calmly. Put the stick on it, and the Checkers can march through center ice again. Regathered by the Marlies. Timothy Liljegren up ahead, gave it away. Won't be able to get there in time on the good stick by Alexi Saarela. Marlies turning at center ice, give it up to Saarela, and then retrieved once more. This time Colin Greening, and they will skate in the Charlotte zone. The long shot attempt foiled. Nedeljkovic back to play it on the deflection and sends it out to Hayden Fleury, who's had enough. All the way down the ice. They'll call this an icing. The Checkers turned around a bit in their own zone. They ice it, 12:54 to go in the first period. On the face-off, the Checkers control it. Out to center, down the ice. They'll be able to make a change now as it's in the Toronto zone, exited by way of Calle Rosen. Around the dasher, Nedeljkovic stays put. Jeremy Bracco on the shooting right side. Someone went tumbling over as Chris Mueller. I don't think it was a penalty. I think he just kind of fell. Hayden was battling with him, Hayden Fleury. There's Schilke's backhander. To the right of Nedeljkovic. Not played out just yet. They need to clear it. It's on the line for Rosen. Walks the line, wrist shot, saved. Nedeljkovic. Oh, Mueller with a couple of shots, the goaltender. Well, remember that one. We'll take a break. On the draw. Held on now by Gauthier. Down the ice. I believe it will slow up. They'll wave off the icing. Good call by the linesman. Rose into the near side. Gauthier racing after, but it's going to be offside if they touch it now. It's skated out to center ice by Marchman. To the right of Nedeljkovic it goes. Play to the far wall. On the line, Liljegren. Fired it! Blockered away by Nedeljkovic. Quick shot there. Out to center ice. What? No, it's offside. Shoki bumped into his own man, it looked like. Bit of a collision on the near boards. Brown, Natchez, Yurko. Didier Carrick on defense. Engvall will take the face-off. Won by Brown. Fired in by Didier. Bouncing to the far side. Yurko didn't get a stick on it. Cleared out by Engvall. The backhander to Timoshev. Gloved down by Didier. Playing it to himself legally. Now the checkers are onside. But it's Timothy Liljegren. Swept it around the boards. Kept in by Carrick. Wrister deflected just wide. Yurko hit. The puck came free. Also lost his stick out to center again. Natchez is good to go. And in. Wrist shot save. Kaskasuo off the stick. Patrick Brown and Yurko. They find it. Trying to get it out to Natchez. Once and twice battling away. Brown then to Yurko. To the point. Didier with room. Didier. Nice delivery. Yurko fired. Deflected. Kaskasuo never saw that shot. He didn't even react to it. But it just went wide. Through center it goes again. Engvall with room, sends it across. Here's an opportunity. Good diving play. Took away the opportunity. Goes back to the far side. And it's carried out by Podorowski. 1-on-3. Podorowski gets it in deep. Gets reinforcements coming with him. To the near side. Morgan Geekie on the near wall. To the point. Fleury. Wrist shot. Hit a body in front. Taken out by Baptiste. Then to Jesper Lindgren. Eventually over to Josh Juris. Baptiste ahead, here's a break. Reading fired, saved by Nedeljkovic. Give away by the checkers, results in a chance against, and Nedeljkovic says no. Back to Geekie, then to Sarla. The backhander gets off the glass, into the near corner. 10 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the first. 0-0 game as it trickles out to center ice. Fleury to Podorowski. Bounced off his stick. Here's Carconi firing one. That went wide of Nedeljkovic. To the near side, Calle Rosen. Around the boards. It hits something and stayed in the near corner. Fleury high flips to center ice. And now it's possessed by the Marlies again. Loverdi quickly up. There's Jeremy Bracco. Bracco taking a look. Has room to shoot. One-timer fired. Nedeljkovic is saved. Off the stick, lands in the corner again. Who lost their helmet? Looks like it's McEwen. He's got to get to the bench. You have to get to the bench. You cannot play with no helmet on your head. Meanwhile, Rosen, wrist shot, hit a body in front. Checkers are hemmed in here, folks. They need to get this puck out if they can. With 9:25 to go in the first period, it remains 0-0. Shots on goal, 6-3 for Toronto. It'll be held by Fleury, whipped around the dasher. Took a good bounce for Nastasiuk. He needs the red line, though, playing it off the wall. He'll get it up ahead. Steven Lorentz is there, as is Bishop. On the right wing side, Nastasiuk, Bishop can't get it on their sticks like they had hoped, and so Toronto clears it out. Bean, now Nastasiuk, they're back in. To the far side, Shoki. Couldn't hold it, the other way it goes. Marchman is in. Left it, Brooks, to the middle, taken away by Karen. Picked up by Sandin. Circling the goal, unable to center it. Regathered by the checkers, bounced off the glass, no icing. Toronto beginning to tilt the ice in their favor here, folks. Sandin again. Going for Marchman, missing. Trevor Carrick, then to Gauthier. Protects the puck, skates over the red line, makes a good pass, then lost by Shoki. Trying to knife it ahead, and regathered there by Marchman. Now Sandin D-to-D. Liljegren in front of his own bench. Picks it up and now gets it inside the Charlotte zone. A stop and play on the offside. 8:12 left, the first period. We'll come back. It's a really loud crowd here tonight. They're fired up. Nothing yet to cheer about in terms of a score for the Checkers, 0-0. This is the furthest this franchise, 9 years old, has ever gotten. But trying to take out the defending champions, you know it's not going to be easy. And this is going to be a dogfight at the very end, which it is now, for every bit of ice there is out there. Scooped up by the Checkers in their own zone, skated out to center ice. Here's Brown firing it in. Kaskisuo to stop it partially. Yurko through the crease, another chance. Brown fired, Kaskisuo save again. Rebound to the point and inadvertently flung down the ice by Natchez, sending it to, it'll be Nedeljkovic, then to Fleury. A giveaway by Kaskisuo. No harm done as it gets out to neutral ice yet again. The Marlies and Sandin. To Borgman, to Engvall. Engvall will turn back over the Checkers logo. Igor Korshkev. Then to Liljegren. This is all possession time for the Marlies. Now they bring it in with speed. Firing one wide. It's offside on Toronto. It's very hard to hear the whistles in this building. Tonight it is. Face off back at center. Checkers win it. There's Roland McEwen. To Bean. To Sarla. Didn't get the puck in deep, so recovered again by Rasmus Sandin. As the period has worn on, Toronto's had more of the time in the opposition zone. But there isn't anything on the scoreboard yet. And the shots are 8-4 for the Marlies. The goalies have been very good. Here's Jake Bean. Then to McEwen. Quickly to Podorowski. Then to Bean, getting the red line. Now Podorowski trying to weave his way around Baptiste. Baptiste with a good stick, took that one away. Then there's Morgan Geekie at center, dragged it in his backhand to his forehand, going wide. Geekie smartly off the wall. Sarla lurking, Geekie is hit, there's gonna be a penalty. This happened after he had released the puck. Geekie is down, slowly back up. He's drawn a penalty. It's Vincent Loverdi who goes. And Charlotte gets a chance at the man advantage. Their power play in the playoffs at about 19%. Toronto's PK, third best. Their efficiency is 89% there. In the previous game, Charlotte was 0 for 3 in the power play. Nick Waugh, Nick Schilke, Alexei Sarla, with Andrew Podorowski, and the defenseman is Trevor Carrick. And a chance to take a 1-0 lead. Face off to the right of Kaskisuo. And off the draw, bounces to the point. There's Carrick. Now Podorowski, back for Carrick, room to shoot, sends a pass, Sarla, broke his stick. Schilke, centering, goes back to the point, there's Carrick dragging it. He's gonna wait for help here, now it's 4-on-4, and now they get a man in the zone, off and on the bench. Here's another chance, down low it goes. Fired, missing! Nick Waugh turned and gunned it, just missed to the far side. Great idea by Waugh, the down low play. Schilke through center, now back for Sarla, who got off the, was going to get off the ice, I thought. No, took a stick anyways and just right back in the zone. Smart play. Trying to dig it free. The Marlies do. They're going to clear this down. Calle Rosen all the way to Nedeljkovic. 51 seconds gone to the power play. Nedeljkovic gave it away, then took away the centering pass. Scramble in front of the empty net. Nedeljkovic holds it. Oh my goodness. You don't usually see him with giveaways like that. That one, he had to recover, but he did. He had to recover. He did. Would have been very easy for that one to go in. Marlies actually won the faceoff. Trevor Moore down the right wing side. Charlotte being out-muscled by Moore here. Look out, open. Firing one was Brooks. How did he get so open? And another penalty coming. This one going to Brooks. It'll be a 50-second 5-on-3. Bean was cross-checked into the boards. Brooks is going. And now the biggest moment of the game. Five on three, Checkers winning. Podorowski on the far side. To the point, Carrick. Sarla handles it to Carrick. Cross ice. Podorowski down low. Sarla, Carrick waits. Can't shoot it from there. 5 on 3, 30 seconds. Sarla, the left wing side. Fired and it just went wide. They wanted a tip, but didn't get through. Sarla again. Stepping in through traffic. Let it go. There was no one there. Went wide. Carrick again. Sends a fake through the middle. That was deflected. Great defensive play by Liljegren. 5 on 3 for 10 more seconds. Alexei Sarla takes a look. With room. Fires it. Kaskasuo is saved. Rosen will get it down the ice. 5 on 3 is over in 4 seconds. 5 on 4 now. 1:07 to go. The breakout and now the entry. Waugh to Gauthier, to Bean, to Geekie. Stepping in, cross ice pass. To the point, Bean. He wanted the shot. He could have had it for a moment. Now gets it back. Now to Yurko. Yurko fired. That was blocked. Yurko gets the rolling puck to settle. Did he? No, it came loose. And it will be no mistake here all the way down. The other way for Morgan Geekie. Trying to feather one for the oncoming Natchez. Dmitro Timoshev had other ideas. He steals it. Trying to bust his way through. There's going to be a penalty coming against Charlotte now. This was inevitable. Loverty turns back. He's happy to kill off some time because this is essentially evening it up. So you'll get the majority of the penalty. You got to go after him here. You got to force him to play it. Liljegren in 7 seconds are going to get a player out of the box, given away, and now the whistle comes. So with 3:26 to go, it'll be 4 on 4 for 4 seconds, and then Charlotte's going to be shorthanded as a result of a penalty to Hayden Fleury for holding. So they've called Geekie. Actually, Fleury was going to the box. They've actually called Geekie for the penalty. So the Checkers don't have to, he's not a penalty killer. That won't hurt him in that sense. But you do have a man in the box, which means you're shorthanded for now 1:40 in a 0-0 game, 3:05 left in the period. Here's Timoshev over the red line. The Checkers PK has been fantastic. Trevor Moore sends it indirectly wide to the far side. Toronto's first goal in the last game was a power play goal. It was also their only goal of the contest when Trevor Moore scored on a rebound shot on the Bracco chance. Didier gets the puck in time. Gets some help from Fleury. They can't knife it ahead. Now it's Timoshev looking to center it if he can on the near boards. To the point, he'll go with it. Rosen to the far side. Bracco fired, deflected, went wide to the glove side of Nedeljkovic, who gets back at his net after scrambling a bit. Back to Rosen. To the near side, Timoshev holding. Can't fire. Good job by Josiah Didier getting in the way of that potential shot. Rosen back to Bracco. He likes to shoot, but he goes back to Rosen. Lets it go, missing on the glove side. Rebound. Here's an opportunity. Nedeljkovic in his net. I think that puck may have gone in. That puck may have gone in. I'm not sure. The light never went on. We may get a penalty out of all this, too. Well, Nedeljkovic was in his net. He's still in his net, by the way. He's now getting out of it. Are they going to review to see if this puck actually went in? Something hit the water bottle We're going to get a look at it from the overhead cam or the center ice cam. Yeah, they're going to go review it. And I can't, let's see here, this will tell us. It may have been Nedeljkovic's elbow that kicked up under the meshing of the net. Or we got a decision coming here from the, they're going to put the face-off back to center ice. Peter McDougall is one of the referees, along with Corey Savret. That was a close call. When Nedeljkovic went to make a save or attempt to make a save, he actually lifted up the meshing of the net underneath, and it popped up the water bottle, as sometimes you see with a puck going in. So it fooled. Jeremy Bracco thought it went in. I thought it went in. From our position, it's hard to tell, but close call, stays out. That's good news. Toronto's still on the power play for 45 more seconds. They'll dump it in. And it's cleared immediately as found by McEwen. Good job there. Patrick Brown, Zach Nastasiuk, Hayden Fleury, and Roland McEwen. Toronto with a 5-on-4 for 30 more seconds. Sandin will drop it. Now Bracco skates up. He'll get the red line. Sent to the far side. Fleury trying to dig it free. Oh, they don't clear it. Now they do. They will. Great job. Patrick Brown again. Now with Nastasiuk short-handed. Nastasiuk in. Nastasiuk fired. Saved by Kaskisuo. Nice power move in the middle. Kaskisuo stayed with him. Made the save off the left leg. And the Checkers will be back at 5-on-5. 2 seconds and 1. Getting out of the box is Morgan Geekie. Back to the defensive zone. Held on to by the Marlies. Borshchev mishandled it. Clark Bishop flips it out to the line. And it does trickle to center ice. Nick Waugh to Geekie. Centered. Loose puck. Fired! Kaskisuo safe. Rebound loose. Bishop can't get it to settle. 1 minute to go. Didier. Wrist shot. Save. Carrick fakes the shot. Now for Waugh. Pressure from Charlotte. Wrister from long distance went wide. Morgan Geekie. Andreas Borgman. Side of the goal. Loose again. Battling away. Good pressure by Charlotte. Patrick Brown walks it to Carrick. Room to shoot. Carrick, wrist shot. That went wide. May have hit something in front. Carcone indirectly to Borgman. Toronto needs to clear it out. They will. Off Lindgren to center ice. Charlotte comes right back in and they're onside. Brown to Natchez. Natchez looking. Won't center it from there. Now he goes across. Here's a shot. Save Kaskisuo. Another great opportunity. Jumping in was Roland McEwen. 14 to go in the period. Yurko fired. Went wide. Rebound loose again. Natchez centered. Start! Patrick Brown. 1-0.
I remember Marty taking the puck wide behind the net, and you know, he's such a smart player. He had his head up the whole way, where, you know, a lot of players, they have to look down at the puck, especially when it's on their backhand. And especially when you're coming around the net, you know, someone could meet you on the other side and, you know, there could be a big collision. But he had his head up the whole way, and I was just going to try and get to the front of the net. And then he saw me. I had some space for a second. He put it right on my tape. You know, it's always good to score late in the game. It's something that pretty much every coach now preaches is don't give up any goals, you know, the last minute of a period. And if you can score one, it's great, because in the locker room, everyone feels good. Everyone's talking, you know, everyone's confident. So I think we were just trying to maintain that going into the second.
That is a very big moment. And a guy like Brownie to step up and score a big goal like that obviously gets the boys fired up. And we know how passionate he was for the game and how bad he wanted to win. So, you know, when Brownie's rolling like that, and that probably gave him a little bit of confidence and some energy. So we just feed off that.
Huge goal with 9 seconds left in the period. Again, gives us momentum to go into the second. And at this point, you're just trying to win a period at a time, trying to stay in the moment and not get too wound up in you know, whether it's the end of the second or the third or the power play, the PK. just focus on your job and focus on the shifts and trying to win your shift. And I thought our guys did a good job of that in the first.
Yeah, it was very, like you said, there's a lot of shots. 25 shots on goal in one period is a lot. And it was, you could tell that first goal was going to be a huge momentum builder. And, it took a while to get it. But when Brownie tucked that one in, the whole building erupted. And I'm pretty sure I might have even jumped up a little bit myself in the crease. I was pretty excited. But it was a big goal. It was a big goal at the time to get it, to get out in front. And like I said, it felt like whoever got that first goal was going to really take charge of the game no matter what. So it was huge.
Brown jumping up, trying to grab it, but it's held on by Vincent Loverdi. So it's the Marlies left to right again. Lindgren's quick pass up, chopped away. Jake Bean letting his defense partner handle it. Trevor Carrick, then to Bean on the off-shooting right side. Dusts it off before getting a good pass to Podorowski, who slammed against the wall. Now Nedeljkovic going to come bolting out to play it, which he will, off the near side and out to center ice. Great job by Nedeljkovic bailing out his defense. Toronto again out of their own zone. Rosen, pass ahead, glancing off the stick of Brooks. And now Nedeljkovic backhander to McEwen, and then Podorowski wants to clear it. McEwen punches it to center ice. Sarla has help on the near side is Jake Bean. Bean holds up, smartly gets it in. You know, in the period of the long change, you got to make sure you get pucks in deep. They're going to try that every time, both teams. You can't be caught out there tired at any point. Marchman steps in, fires a shot. Nedeljkovic perfectly sends the rebound to the far side. There's Nick Schilke, along with Nick Waugh and Julien Gauthier. Held on by the Marlies, centered. Borgman fires it! Oh, he just missed on the glove side. What a glorious chance that was to make it a 1-1 game. McEwen reaching for it. Back free in front of the goaltender, kicking it away! Gauthier, good work there. Borgman to the near side. Pressure from the Marlies again. Carcone between the circles. There's going to be a penalty against the Checkers coming up here. And it will be touched up. Not yet. Now it is. Charlotte's going to be shorthanded. It's going to be a hooking penalty. Well, you get hemmed in your own zone, then you take a penalty to boot. That's the kind of stuff that's going to be taken out of the Checkers game. For now, though, they are shorthanded, and Nedeljkovic will face the Marlies power play for the second time this game. Great defensive effort there by Julien Gauthier, getting his big skate on that puck as it rolled towards the crease with Nedeljkovic on the wrong side of the net. So Gauthier goes to the box, hooking the penalty against him, as Kaskisuo leaves it for the oncoming Rosen. Gets the center ice left to right. Then to Mueller. He'll stick handle in. His pass knocked out of midair by Josiah Didier. Pressuring here is Brown. Fired wide of Kaskisuo. And it gets to the near corner again. So the Marlies see 25 seconds of race from their man advantage. Bracco through center ice. Then to Timoshev. He'll dump it around the boards. Nedeljkovic stays put. Backhander by Fleury to the far side. Didier again. Hit in to help out his Bishop. It does come free. The Marlies hold on now in the Charlotte zone. They're set up on the power play. 1:15 to go on it. The Checkers lead it 1-0. Bracco controlling it. Off the boards. Rosen, then to Bracco. Bracco to the point. Rosen fires, saved Nedeljkovic. No rebound. .103 to go on the penalty to Gauthier. Charlotte leads at 1-0, 16:55 left in the second period. And Nedeljkovic watching from his glove side. Face-off won by the Marlies. Fired on goal. Nedeljkovic makes a save. Face-off wins in your own zone. You can't say enough about them when you're short-handed in particular. You can clear the puck out, alleviate the pressure, force the other team to have to break it out and back in and set it up. Waugh wins it. Nedeljkovic tries to clear it himself and does. Goes goalie to goalie. Kaskisuo, then to Rasmus Sandin. Sandin navigating through the waters at center. Rink-wide feed. Brooks standing still, skating back and now getting it to Michael Carcone. 30 seconds left on the penalty to Gauthier right now. Toronto through center ice. They get it inside the Charlotte zone. Goes from Brooks to Carcone on the right wing. Flung around to the far boards. McEwen getting in there trying to dig it free. Likewise for Fleury. It does come loose. Losing an edge was March, but there was no penalty there. 4 along the near boards. Unable to wrestle it free. Now they do. Sandin is in. Sandin fired a shot off a stick out of play. And a stop now as the deflection off the meshing. So they'll keep the face-off in the Charlotte zone. And Gauthier will leave in 7 seconds, he hopes. So he can spend the full 2 minutes in the box. Face-off to the right of Nedeljkovic. Mike Vellucci sends out Nick Waugh and Patrick Brown. Both are right shots. Both can win the draw, of course. So on their strong sides, that's good. Didier out there on defense with Trevor Carrick. And the face-off won by the Marlies, however. Back to Sandin. Waits for a moment. Doesn't launch a shot. Plays it to the middle. Carcone. Now the one-timer fired. Blocked by Brown. 5-on-5 hockey again. This one gets to center ice, and Patrick Brown's blocked. Now Brown and Waugh are going to come off. The Marlies try the entry. They get it with Mueller stepping in. On the shooting right boards. He didn't get a shot away on that exchange. Down low for Mueller again. Trying to scrape it free. Now to Vincent Loverty, backhand, a forehand. The defenseman feathers one to the goal that was kicked away. Didier chopping at it. He'll glove it down and push it ahead as Loverty plays it to take away the hand pass. Checkers making a change again. And the Marlies are back in. That explodes off Loverty's stick. And then Nedeljkovic and H's, but they don't get the puck out. Nedeljkovic will try it again. This time to an open Carrick. Indirectly to the far side. Now it gets to Bean, back for Carrick, rolling it off the wall. This one is out on a delay of game. Checkers are going to be shorthanded here. Carrick cleared it out of his own zone, out of play. And it is the Marlies who win it back to the point. Engvall, one-timer fired, and Nedeljkovic has that one in the left hand and holds on to it. Toronto wins it off the face-off again. Rasmus Sandin. Now to Carcone, back for Sandin, then to Engvall. Fired, saved Nedeljkovic off the stick. Here's Bishop pressuring, shorthanded on the right side. The left shot is in. Bishop to the middle. Bishop fires. He scores! Nothing.
Yeah, he rushed down that right side and just, he basically just willed that puck, and then he drove it home. And again, our PK was a big part of why we had success through the whole playoffs and the whole season. And being able to contribute like that at home, it just gives you a whole other spark. Per se, when you're on the PK, you're just trying to keep pucks out of the net, but being able to go down at home, in Game 6 and the conference finals and be able to tuck one home, it just gives the bench a whole lot of life, and it gives the crowd life too.
Anytime you can go up 2-0 in a game, it's 2 goals they're hard to come by for sure. It's hard to score goals. It's hard to score goals in the playoffs, and especially being shorthanded, you'll take it whenever you can get it. If you can get a shorthanded goal, it's huge. And I think statistically, the numbers go up. If you give up a shorthanded goal, it's like the chances of you winning the game are very slim. And it's like if you score a shorthanded goal, the number increases exponentially. So, I'm not thinking about the statistical things at that point, but to just get a goal at that time, building off the first period, you couldn't have asked for anything more out of that penalty kill.
The confidence that we had on the bench, anytime we took a penalty, it was like we had each other's backs. Like, it didn't mean, we were necessarily going to score, but there was never any oh shoot, you don't want to take penalties, but our PK was kind of the backbone of a lot of that season and playoff run. And I thought that, the PKers just did a great job, and Bish was able to, use those wheels he's got and drive wide and and score a goal for us there.
4 more seconds, and Toronto really pressuring. Bracco fired it. Bracco's got another chance, and it rolls to the far side. The Checkers, what do we have? We have a penalty shot? Somebody closed their hand on the puck? Are they calling a penalty shot here? He pointed to center ice. Yeah, they are. Toronto gets a chance on a penalty shot after the Checkers close their hand on the puck, apparently. The call has been made. Somebody will take it here from Toronto. What is this? Fleury is asking for an explanation. He won't get it. He's being told to get off the ice. Dmytro Timoshev is going to take it. Timoshev will take the penalty shot against Alex Nedeljkovic. They're saying someone from Charlotte must have closed their hand. So yeah, one of the Checkers players closed their hand on the puck apparently in the crease. Here we go. He's got it. He's a left shot right in against Nedeljkovic. Fakes, he scores between the legs of Nedeljkovic. He faked, shot right in between the legs, and Timoshev has given this Marlies team life. In shocking fashion. He just faked the shot. He never actually took it.
They were playing desperate for sure. I think did Timoshev score that Kucherov no move? Yeah, that was when you saw that, you knew that they were willing to try anything to score, and they had to because they were down 3-2 in the series. It was an elimination game for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't a fan of that penalty shot call. I was surprised that that there was a penalty called on the play. I don't even remember. I can't even remember seeing it and looking at it again, where there was a possibility that there was a penalty, that why a penalty shot needed to be called. So I at the time I was kind of a little confused as to why it was, but I thought going through it, I had him. I thought for sure I had it, and then it's a good move, and he sold it really well. I honestly didn't even cross my mind as somebody could do that in a game. So I wasn't even like I said, it didn't even pop in my head that he could do that. And when it happened, I wasn't even so upset because the game was going on. Obviously I was upset that I gave up a goal. I was just more I can't wait to see this after the game on every social media page.
Hits the brakes, flipped it back the line. Now muscle out. No, it stays in. Now it's cleared out. There's Waugh. Chipped up ahead to Bishop. Even strength now. Bishop to Carrick. Fires it! Saved by Kaskisuo. Oh my goodness. The goalie got a piece of that one. We're going to be in for a long night. This is going to be back and forth, folks. Brown, Yurko, Natchez. Sellgren is out there. I haven't seen him much at all tonight with Hayden Fleury. And now it's one back. Sellgren has it. Stepping in for a shot. Fired off a body. Going to wrestle it free. Yurko stepping up in his man. The puck is loose inside the Charlotte zone. Hayden Fleury's backhander, a good one. Natchez, then to Sellgren. Gets the red line, chips it in. Racing after it is Brown. Kaskisuo gets there to backhand it to the near boards. Then whipped around to the far side where Borgman and Yurko go to work for the puck. Leaking out to center ice. Sellgren will take the pass from Brown if he elects to go to the near boards. Yes, he will. Sellgren, 6th-round draft pick out of Luleå, Swedish Hockey League, losing in the semifinals this year, coming over to North America, playing his first couple of games in Hershey in that sweep of the Bears, playing in the latter 2 games. Toronto through center ice. Now they're inside the Charlotte zone. Juris gets it in deep. Jake Bean is there against Greening. Bean starting and stopping. Forced Greeny to lose an edge. Yurko, Natchez, they're up. Now Geekie's on. He'll make sure to get the puck in deep. He knows his line mates are coming with him. And so Andrew Podorowski pours out on the ice, as does Alexi Sarla, who had a great chance in the first period. Checkers are up 2-1. Here's one of the goal scorers of the game, and the only one for Toronto, and Timoshev. Played it off the wall, gets it back now to the far point. Sandin takes a look, wrist shot deflected, rebound loose. There's Trevor Carrick. Good stick against Engvall. Flipped on the boards, not out just yet. Left to go back and take control of it. Here's McEwen. Then to an open Carrick. Now down the far side, it's cleared out. Great job. Charlotte will change their forward line. We're 1:15 away from the halfway mark of this game. 2-1 is the score. The Checkers were leading 2-0. That puck stays in. Timoshev, Jesper Sellgren off the stick, and now out of play. Nine minutes gone and 11 left in the second period. Gauthier didn't have control for long. It comes back to Marchment, who's skating in. Then to Brooks, who overskates. The Checkers trying to get it out. They can. It's on the line. Racing after Didier. Diving, makes the play. There's Waugh. Now to Schilke. Holds up over the logo. Now to the stick of Gauthier. He'll have to chase it down against Loverty, who crunches him on the end wall. Gauthier gets a stick down. The puck is loose on the far boards before it's closed off by Marchment to an open Borgman. 10 minutes and a half to go here. 9.5 gone. Brooks stick handles in. Goes wide. Sellgren playing him stride for stride. Into the boards. In front of Nedeljkovic, it came loose. Here's an opportunity for Natchez. Gathering speed. Holds up. Natchez in. Natchez fires it. Kaskasuo save. Rebound loose. Taken down as he went to the puck. There's no call. Natchez was there along with Schilke, who centered it. Now loose again. On the point, they try to get it to Brown, who has control. Backhander to Fleury. Fleury bobbled it out to center ice. He's got to retreat. Feathers it up ahead. Natchez now. 9:55 remaining in the second period. The Checkers are in a 2-1 advantage. Natchez through center ice. Didn't get it deep. Patrick Brown's going to pick it up at the backhand and trickle it back in. Jesper Sellgren finds it in Checkers territory for a moment. Played off the wall. Now the Checkers pursue in the offensive zone. Natchez only got as far as a half wall. Checkers are changing their D at the worst time. Sellgren, look out, gave it up. Here's a chance to center if they can. Carconi will turn back now to the point. Now it's Liljegren in. Play to the far side. Close call again. Marlies are all over it. And now they get Liljegren to get the puck to settle before he fired a deflected rebound loose and chopped away. Not out of the zone. 9:15 to go in the second period. Pressure from the Marlies. Sandin, wrister, purposely wide. Bounces to Nedeljkovic. He makes a save on it. Mueller from the bottom of the far circle. His pass to the point. Held on by Sandin. Stepping in. Sharp angle off a stick. Out of play. 9 minutes left to go. We'll take a break. Checkers need the break to settle it down. And on the face-off, it is won by Charlotte. Here's Josiah Didier. Off the boards. That's offside on Toronto. He tried to disguise it. Got to give him credit there. And a stop now with 8:54 to go in the second period. Geekie, Podorowski, and Sarla. Boy, would Mike Vellucci and the Charlotte Checkers love this line to get on the board in this game. No icing as it's dumped into Charlotte territory. Nedeljkovic quickly over for Trevor Carrick. Then to Sarla, back for Carrick. Didier, then Carrick again. Now to Podorowski. He's in. Podorowski holding. Nice dish. Didier to the far side, gave it up. Could be a 2-on-1. They're hurrying back. It is a 2-on-1. Timoshev is in. Looking for a second one-timer. What a save! Nedeljkovic! Oh my goodness! Look out though! Empty net, they score! It's 2-2. He couldn't quite get back in net in time.
Oh yeah, it was a 2-on-1, and the pass got across, and I made my way across. I made the first save, and my momentum was carrying me out of the net a little bit. And as I go to stop myself and try to recover, Dids had either dove or he lost an edge trying to get back, and just completely knocked me out of the net into the corner, and wherever the puck was made its way back out to the blue line, and the guy just stepped into it. He's obviously seen the situation, steps into it, and it found a lane and made its way in. You can't fault, you don't want to fault anybody on that. Dids is trying to get back. He tries to make a play. I mean, I get over, I make a save, right? Like I made a save, and then he's trying to prevent the pass from me from getting over, and it's just like kind of snowball effect. But it is what it is. You can like going through it. You're like, that was a tough break, but a guy's giving 115%. Like you're not gonna say anything. You can't fault him for anything.
This is high, flip back in the Charlotte zone. Lorentz batting it out of the air. Caught, however, by Juris. Goes hand to hand. Now they're going to call a hand pass on Toronto, I believe. And 7:53 to go. That'll stop play. Checkers win the face-off. This is an icing call against Charlotte. Stop and play. Shots are 21-15, by the way, in favor of the Marlies in a 2-2 game. They were down by 2, Toronto was, and now it is a 2-2 game. Boy, Nedeljkovic got across and made that save on Engvall on the one-timer, and he would have absolutely stopped the Borgman shot too. Just bad bounce, and Didier couldn't quite get his way. Interference here. Gauthier is going to be called for that. The Checkers are going to be shorthanded again. Face-off won by Charlotte. Didier turns, plays it off the wall, back to the point. Rosen kept it in. Mueller on the left side. Back the point to Rosen, to Bracco. Fired off a stick, out of play. Face off to the left of Nedeljkovic. Mueller, Bracco, Moore, Timoshev. It's going to be Rosen, the only defenseman here. Redo this face-off now. Toronto wins the draw. Rosen to Bracco. Down low through the middle. That pops up Nedeljkovic. That was an accident by Mueller. He didn't mean to do that. Nedeljkovic is down. Up now. He's okay, it looks like. 1:39 left of the penalty to Gauthier, who has left the playing surface, left the bench. Shot towards Nedeljkovic. That goes wide. Bishop holding on the far side. It does come loose. The Marlies will acquire it now on the line for Rosen. Then Bracco again. Left it for Rosen. Wrister off a stick, out of play. And a stop with 1:23 left in the Gauthier penalty. The one thing that is seemingly epidemic in this game and the series, although it's sort of balanced itself out a little bit there in games 4 and 5, the Checkers lose a lot of face-offs to the Marlies. Mueller is a phenomenal face-off winner, and he gets help on the power play too. But you cannot continue to lose face-off after face-off. That has to be a trend that's stopped, and it just seems like Toronto's winning every face-off and controlling it. The wingers jump in to help out, and no one has it just yet. Now Toronto comes away. They give it up. Nastasiuk finds it. Down the ice it should go here. That'll kill off all but 105 to go on the man advantage. Dumped in. It'll roll to the right of Nedeljkovic. Then Nastasiuk. He had a moment to clear it out. Bodies converge. Finally found by Nastasiuk again. Him and Brown are moving short-handed. 48 to go on the man advantage. Here's Nastasiuk. In. Nastasiuk left it. Fanned on by Brown. Another chance. Kaskasuo save. Timoshev is shoulder, but keeps on going. The Checkers change up their PK. Around the boards, Roland McEwen. He gave it up as a mistake. Timoshev now on the right wing side. Checkers get a good break on another giveaway this time. The Marlies give it away, and down the ice it goes. 10 seconds left, the penalty to Gauthier. It is Podorowski serving the penalty. So he is going to leave the box in 3 seconds. And now he will. Nick Waugh hit hard. Comes free on the short side. Cut off. Great stick by Pierre Engvall. Otherwise, Podorowski would have been on a breakaway from about 10 feet away. Nedeljkovic plays it, ricochets to the stick of Podorowski. He'll go back and get the puck in deep because he's going to make a change. It looks like he was gravitating to the bench. Oh, him and Geekie are going to stay on in Sarla. They're going to make the full line out there. They're going to go out now. So Geekie will center these two. Look out, another giveaway, this time by Bean in the corner. Both teams seem to be giving the pucks up when they don't have to. Brooks will skate it up the near side. Then to the point, Liljegren, D to D. Borgman not in position to handle it. Ramped off his stick. Failure to clear. Second time does get out. Checkers have an opportunity to hold on now as Toronto's making a change and they tag up. 4 minutes and 42 to go. Dumped into Toronto territory. Borgman has control. And now takes a look up the ice. Distributes it down the far side. Didier cut it off. There's Patrick Brown. Got twisted around. Held on now by Juris. Going wide. Flipped up ahead by Didier. Patrick Brown clears. 2-on-2. Natchez in. Holds up. Left it. Shot. Save. Kaskisuo. Selgren jumped in. Fired on the stick side. And Kaskisuo had the answer. He'll stop the puck now behind his net. Sweep it over for Borgman. Indirectly to the near point. 4 minutes and 4 seconds left. Second period. 2-2 game. Korshkev flings it into the left of Nedeljkovic. Bean takes a look, trying to get it away from Carconi. Carconi made the play, got it into the trapezoid. Out of the corner it comes, look out. Carconi, paddle down save by Nedeljkovic. Toronto holding on to the Charlotte zone, as they have for a majority of this period. It's a 2-2 game. Toronto fought their way back from down 2-0 to make it 2-2, including one goal and a penalty shot. Dmytro Timoshev had that one. This is iced. Now the Checkers have another defensive zone draw coming up. Marlies win another faceoff in the Charlotte zone. Reached up and gloved down by Nedeljkovic. And Toronto wins another faceoff in the Charlotte zone. Loverdi has room down the middle. Oh, a good defensive play, but it's still loose, and now Bracco holding on. One-timer fired, they score! Rosen gets that one through traffic to go, and Toronto has now made it a 3-2 game.
He was like left, it was to my left. Like I'm looking at him, he was like a little to my left, on the left side of the ice, and there was traffic in front. I think we had blocked a shot right prior to that, and the puck just made its way right back out, and then we were kind of caught out of position a little bit, and he found the lane, and it made its way through. I think it like just grazed the post and went in. Like it was just a good low hard shot that made its way in, and yeah, like you said, in 10 minutes we go from being up 2 goals to down 1, and the momentum and the energy just completely had switched, and it was on their side from that point.
You know, I think our leadership group doesn't get enough credit. They definitely kind of kept us on a steady ship there while things kind of went awry. But, you know, I think everyone kind of took it upon themselves. It happened in, you know, I think it was a game before that we came back and won in game 2 or 3 at home. You know, we had that small comeback win. And, you know, I think that we never really thought we were out of it at all in that entire series. So we all knew how we could play and the damage that we could do if we were all playing the way that we can. So, you know, it wasn't about that we were out of the game. I think it was just us coming together as a group and being able to push forward through that adversity.
It's funny, when you're on the bench, you can feel the momentum shift, and you could see or feel, and you can see on their bench, and you feel that they got some momentum out of that goal. Timoshev scores a really nice goal in the penalty shot. You know, Borgman comes down and ties it up a few minutes later. And then they take the lead with Rosen. So they got a bunch of momentum similar to what we had. It was a back and forth series, and you saw at times we got momentum from scoring goals, and at this scenario they got it and they took the lead there, making it 3-2.
Nedeljkovic behind his net. Now to Jake Bean. Winds it up through center ice, right to left. Yurko takes control. Yurko in, around the boards, he'll send the puck. Nedeljkovic is there, right back the other way. Brown trying to catch up to it, now he does, to the point, backhand, forehand, Bean, good pass. Cross ice, Brown in, fire, scores! Power, play, goal, Patrick Brown. Goal number 2, 3-3 game. Boy, did they ever need that one. Boy, did they ever need that one. And we're locked up at 3.
The big turning point again was Patrick Brown's power play goal there right in the second period, I'm pretty sure. And he got back to it, got us back to even.
Yeah, I think we just entered the zone maybe seconds prior, and Yerkes, was it Yerkes who had the puck? It was Yerkes or Geeks who had the puck, I think, in the corner. And I was in Marty's spot, playing the half wall, not really my natural spot, but I think I just entered through the zone in the middle, and I saw kind of a gap in their coverage as on the entry. So I just hit the brakes, and the puck came to me, and I'm not really used to having the puck there. So I figured, hey, I'll hit a half slapper and see what happens here. I was just trying to get it on net. I saw that someone was coming down to block it. They extended out from the crease, and I was just trying to get it through, and I don't think it tipped him, but it definitely took a little bit of a hop off my stick because it was a bit of a knuckle puck.
Yeah, I think our power play was great through the entire playoffs. Both units were going all the time, and so I think to be able to score on the opportunities we had, even though we didn't have a lot of them, was definitely important to the fact of our success, and just kind of using that momentum of getting those man advantages and capitalizing on them. I think Brownie was the most serious guy out of all that when he scored that goal. Everyone else was pretty excited just to kind of get back in the game and some newfound life, but obviously that's a tribute to Brownie and who he is as a player and a person. He stuck to his morals and kind of kept everyone level-headed. We had momentum going in, but we didn't let it get to us, and so we just kind of kept trucking along.
And I think everyone was expecting a big bomb, but Brownie kind of threw the change up, and I was fortunate enough to find the net, and again, clean slate, so anything can happen going forward from there.
It was a little bit different, odd, just for a power play goal, because where he shot it from, it's not his normal position on the power play. He's normally a net front guy, and he was on the left wing, so it was offside, and the puck just had made its way over to him. I think he had tried shooting it, or somebody had also tried shooting it, and it got blocked. It came to him, and he just tried to get his stick on it and get it at the net, and their D-man actually provided a screen for I think it was on Kaskasuo, and just pucks on net, you never know what's going to happen, and it was a big goal. It definitely was a big goal, it was a needed goal to go into the period tied after we had given up that 2-goal lead was huge. It got the crowd back into it. It got the guys back into it for sure.
In between that second and third period, all of a sudden the locker room was much quieter than it was going into the second. And, a lot of guys were saying, hey, I don't want to play another game. We've played enough games this season. The playoffs are hard enough. Come on. We think we have the better team in this locker room. Let's close this out. So, yeah, it was definitely a different mood in the locker room after that second period.
Come right back after a short break. The Checkers. So far, it's going to be a nail-biter to the end, we think. You got to cut all the mistakes out. You got to stay out of the box. You got to start winning some face-offs. And oh, by the way, you're going to need at least a goal to beat Toronto without giving anything up as the puck is inside the Charlotte end. So the beginning of the third period now, Didier and Carrick. It's Nedeljkovic, Yurko, Brown, and they're inside their own zone. Around and Nedeljkovic on the shooting right side. He'll skate the center ice. Pass it ahead to Carrick, who gets the red line. Cross ice now, it's Yurko. Starting, stopping, firing. That went way wide. McEwen jumps in. Then off the skates of Nedeljkovic, indirectly to Carrick with room. Backhand to forehand. Down low, it goes, fired. Oh, Kaskasuo makes a great save there. Back to Carrick and the point. This is all Charlotte. Wrist shot purposely wide. Recovered by Liljegren. Oh, he bounced into the referee. A good break for the Checkers again. It's Yurko. To the point, McEwen flings it off the dasher. And the Checkers are going to make a change as Patrick Brown stays on to forecheck for a moment before going off. The fans are going to begin the Let's Go Checkers chant 1 minute into the third period. 3-3 game. Game 6. The Checkers win tonight. They win the series. If not, we're going to game 7. Here is number 7, Alexi Sarla. Lateral pass to Jake Bean. Bean, look out, lost it. Marchment will get there first. Marchment with room. He's in. Fires, save Nedeljkovic. There's a penalty coming. Charlotte's going to the penalty box. Tripping is the call. Another penalty against the Checkers in this game. They came into the period having given up 4 power plays. This is now the 5th against them, and Toronto has a fresh sheet of ice to maneuver. What's the call here? It is a trip, and it's going to be Sarla who goes. Let's get a look at it again. Took his legs out under him. Nedeljkovic is getting a new stick. Face off to the left of Nedeljkovic, won by Toronto. Rose and Timoshev in, down the left side. They play it down low. Nedeljkovic had his stick in time, got it on the ice. Fleury with help. No, they don't get it out. Look out here. Timoshev wants it, gets it, fires it. A good save by Nedeljkovic. Failure to clear again nearly cost him. Their goalie bails him out. To the point. Now Timoshev again on the near side. To Rosen, sends it across to Bracco. That wrister went off a stick and went wide. Checkers still can't clear it out. 35 gone to the man advantage. To the point, Rosen. One-timer. Great save by Nedeljkovic again with the blocker. Jeremy Bracco. This is all in the Charlotte zone. They center off a stick. It's got to get out. Thank goodness. It's Checkers PK. It's got to be a little better than that. Face off to the right of Alex Nedeljkovic. Kaskasuo was going to stop it. Now he does. He'll leave it for Sandin. Brown and Nastasiuk, McEwen and Carrick. The 4 on the ice to kill off the 1 minute left now. The penalty to Alexi Sarla for tripping. Dumped in. Nedeljkovic tried to swat it. It bounced over a stick. Good hit by Carrick. Gets the point now. Sandin skate the stick off the wall. Carrick finds it, clears it. Right to left for Toronto again. Sandin for Carcone, gets to center. Down the left side, and he's in. McEwen in the far boards now, on the far boards, looking for it, gets back to the point. Sandin, Marchment gets it to settle now. Not in a shooting position, so he sends it off the boards. In 18 seconds, Alexi Sarla is going to leave. Checkers are trying to get it out of the zone, but Brooks has got other ideas. On the left wall. 3-3 game, 16:50 to go. He gave it up. Nick Waugh. Oh my goodness, I thought that puck was going over the glass, but it hits the boards and stays in. Now Sandin, 2 seconds and 1. Sarla's out. We're 5-on-5 hockey again. 3-3 game, 16:35 to go in regulation time. Borgman going wide. Fired. Nedeljkovic with a good save off the stick. Liljegren holds onto it. That was way wide now of the blocker side. Another chance. That went wide. Missile silos everywhere out on the ice for the Marlies. This one ricochets back down. Liljegren avoids one. Now muscles it in. In the near corner, Jake Bean against Juris. Sarla finds it. Bumped, but keeps on going. Didn't get it out, however. Baptiste on his backhand. Drives it in, fires it, save, rebound, loose. Nedeljkovic gets it and gets the whistle. Face-off won by Toronto in the Charlotte zone. Korshkev, now Engvall falling to the ice. Another penalty against the Checkers coming up. Another penalty by Charlotte. That is now the 6th Toronto power play of the game that they're on right now. This time it's Nick Waugh. 2 minor penalties in the first 4 minutes and 15 seconds of the third period. In a 3-3 game in which you have to win the period, they've taken 2 minor penalties. Cleared out all the way down the ice. Good face-off win, good clear. Right to left, it's Rosen. Brown out there. Nick Waugh's one of their key penalty killers, by the way. This is cleared up and into the meshing, so a stop and play. Yes, Waugh's one of their key penalty killers and face-up men on the short-handed side of things. So that means a little more ice time for Nastasiuk and Brown, no doubt about that. Face off to the right of Nedeljkovic. 20 seconds gone on the Waugh penalty. 15:24 left in regulation. Checkers win it. Punch it off the glass, down the ice. Toronto has Rosen. Then to Bracco. With control, gets the red line. Sends it to the right wing side, indirectly to the point. Rosen, Timoshev. In, down low, bouncing puck stolen. Good job by Brown. He was flanked on either side by a Marlies player, so he decided to get the puck in deep, go for a change. Smart play there. 14:45 to go in regulation. 1 minute left on the penalty to Nick Waugh. Checkers in a 3-3 game against the Marlies. They led it 2-0, then down 3-2. And tied it, Patrick Brown did in the power play to make it 3-3. Sandin gets it, stepping in. His pass to Brooks, not handled very well. Fleury going after the puck. It's on the far boards. Now to Sandin. Then to Carcone, fires a shot, save. Marchment is there for the rebound. He lost control of it all the way down the ice. It goes again. 27 to go on the penalty to Nick Waugh. 3-3 game. And we're approaching slowly now the 6-minute mark of the third period. Carcone is in with Marchment. The entry foiled. Probably the first time in a while Toronto's had a miscue on the entry. Now they hammer it in. It goes off the glass. Nedeljkovic, look out here, nearly gave it up. And he'll try to get the whistle, but he can't. We're at 5-on-5 right now, though. Here's a one-timer. Loverdi thought about it, didn't take it. His shot knocked down. Checkers are trying to move here. Nastasiuk gets the red line. Then to Waugh, they get the puck in deep. 13.5 to go in regulation. 3-3 game. Are we going to get to a next goal win scenario? We're going to get there. If we keep playing like this, it's going to be that way. Closer we get to 0-0 on the clock, we may see a series winner for Charlotte or a goal for Toronto that takes us to Tuesday night in Game 7. McEwen's high flip to center ice. Eventually gloved down by Yurko. Chopped off his stick and effectively moved to center ice by the Marlies again. They're in front of their own bench. They don't get the red line. It's loose to Martin Necas. This line for the Checkers, Yurko, Necas, and Brown, who's not out there now because he was penalty killing, so they used Geekie for the time being, but they have been the biggest and best line for the Checkers in the contest. Kaskasuo will get the whistle and take a face-off to his right, a rare face-off in the Toronto zone when we come back after this. Face-off won by Charlotte in the Toronto zone. Wrister, Kaskasuo, that was way high over the glove. Taken over by Geekie. Trying to center it, covered by Rose, and the puck is loose now and held on by Podorowski. Going for Geekie, centered. Sarla was there, but his stick was taken out as well. Toronto playing pretty good hockey in their own zone right now. Hayden Fleury on the point. Here's a chance, though, for Geekie on the line. To the far side. Being fired, blocked. To Fleury with control. Wrister deflected wide. Sarla overskates. Geekie going for Podorowski, who gets a hold of it now. Then for Geekie. Now Podorowski On his backhand, rolled it in front. There was no one there except DeRozan, who smartly high flips it down the ice. It will not have enough for icing. Toronto can make a change. Well, a good moment for Charlotte to get a shift in under their feet in the offensive zone, as we're 11:49 away from the end of regulation. What is a 3-3 game? Schilke gave it away in his own zone, or did he? Lorentz was there for a moment, trying to dig it away. It does come to the stick of Borgman. Borgman up ahead. Checkers were changing their defense. That was close. Bean actually had to stay on. Now it's through center ice. Racing after it is Lorentz with Schilke in front. Good hit by Lorentz. Got hit himself, stays on his feet. The clear by the Marlies, right to left. They get more going. Dumping it into Nedeljkovic. He'll stop it and take the whistle. No sense in taking any chances here with 11:19 to go in the third period.
They were a very heavily offensively powered team, and we knew that at any given point, if they really wanted to just turn it on, they could. And we saw a lot of flashes of that. And again, that period was one of the times where it was just like, you know, the names, some of these guys with lots of NHL games, and they're just very talented players. And it was just really cool that, I grew up watching a lot of these guys as a fan, and now I'm out here playing against them. But at the same time, it's like, well, these guys are, they're trying to send us home, and we have to weather the storm here. We can't just sit back and let these guys, kind of run us out of our own building.
And thinking about it now, like I didn't know the exact shots. I knew they had that they had outplayed us in the third period. I didn't know to that extent by 12 shots, but I really don't remember. I can't remember many times during the course of the year where we were that badly outplayed in one period, especially the third period, where the third period was usually our best. I mean, when we went into a game into the third with a lead, we were almost unbeatable. It's a tie. You're in a tie game. You're in a high pressure situation. It's game 6, right? And you win, you move on, and you lose. You got a game 7, and anything can happen in game 7. So it was just going out there and stopping the puck, and just keeping the guys in the game, whatever it took.
35 remaining in regulation. 3-3 game. Liljegren punches it back. Sandin to Liljegren. He'll get it in deep. Nedeljkovic sees it, but he doesn't play it. It's actually an icing. They never got the red line. So now Toronto has to take a defensive zone draw. Shots are 31-23. Just as in the previous game, Toronto out shooting the Checkers. Geekie wins the faceoff. He had Podorowski in front for a moment. This was off a stick, out of play. And I believe the faceoff goes outside, doesn't it? I believe it went off a Checkers stick. Yeah, it is. They lose some territory there. Morgan Geekie, Alexei Sarla, Andrew Podorowski. This line needs to find a way. They have to find a way to get some more energy into their game and get some chances. Maybe something here. Podorowski's pass is intercepted. Carcone now to Bracco. Centered. Carcone just sent that one wide. He deflected it and just missed. Helped out. Toronto with control. Sarla around the boards. Bracco gets control though. In front of Charlotte's bench to the middle. Bracco in. Fires! Saved Nedeljkovic again. Bracco with a great chance. Here's Borgman. Sends it across. Settled by Jesper Lindgren. But here's Hayden Fleury now to Lorentz. He tried to get it off the wall to himself. It does get to center ice. Toronto yet again has control. And we're seeing now what we saw in the second period, which is as the period is worn on, Toronto is getting more and more steam in their game. And they're taking advantage of their time with the puck. And Charlotte can't find a way to push back, and now they're getting more and more opportunities. Here's Borgman going wide, firing. Nedeljkovic a good save. If it wasn't for Nedeljkovic in this game, so far it looks like he has been obviously the busier of the goalies. The Checkers have not had many chances at all in this third period. But pushing back will be vital in the next 8:52 to go in this third period in a 3-3 game. Oh, that's an icing call against the Checkers. A late one, but they call it. And so they can't change, and there are a couple of Checkers players on the ice who are tired. Charlotte Checkers are in a 3-3 game. Both teams have had leads evaporate on them. Back to the stick of Moore. He fanned on it. Now the Checkers get it out. They high flip it. Lindgren, great job to get it away from Nastasiuk. Here's Brooks in. Fires it! Saved by Nedeljkovic. The shots are coming from one team only, but Nedeljkovic keeps shutting the door.
I don't think he he obviously gets a lot of credit, but I'm not sure if that's even enough. We relied on him heavily. We were definitely an offensive based team, and I think we did a good job putting pucks in the net. And whenever you have a defense like we had, and then even two better goalies behind the D as we did in Ticker and Ned, I think that they played such a big role in just allowing us to play our game. And if something broke down, we knew we had one last line of defense. So I think that he definitely deserves a lot of the credit that he's getting from everybody, and I think that just kind of speaks to the player and the person he is.
Again, what I said before about our goaltending, it just came up clutch. And like you said about Ned playing some of the best hockey that you've ever seen him play, he's still a pretty young guy, and he's still got a lot of experience. And I want to say when he played in junior with Mike Vellucci, he did a great job taking that team to a deep playoff run when he was just 16 years old. So the fact that he's able to stay calm, cool, and just composed in the net when there's a lot of skilled hockey players on the Toronto Marlies team firing all these pucks at him, it was just it was almost incredible to see that he's just typical Ned. He didn't really he wasn't making all these big glove saves and fancy stuff. He just did his job. He stopped the puck, and that's why we were able to take that game to overtime.
Ned's a winner, right? Like, that guy knows how to win hockey games. So he was playing his best hockey of the year for us, and he'd been great all year, of course. But, you never want to get outshot 15-3. That's when you're playing in your own end. That's kind of dangerous. So I don't remember the specifics. I don't remember them controlling the game as much as those stats say. But, if we did get outshot 15-3, then Ned must have played awesome. But I can't give you an exact recap because I think I was just playing on adrenaline at that point.
Game 1, I played good. I don't even remember how they scored in game 1. Like, we lost 2-1. I just don't remember how they scored their 2 goals. So I feel like I played pretty well though. We just it was like they won the game. That was it. They were the better. They had the bounces, and they were the better team that night. But then the game 2, I thought we came out a little flat, and I wasn't as sharp as I could have been. I could have maybe made another save or two to keep us in there, and maybe just till we got our feet going. And then came back in game 3. I thought played well, and then game 4 was it was not my best game. I mean, you hate to have those nights, and especially in the playoffs, like you just had an off night. But that was game 4 was one of those games where it was like we should have won that game. We should have gone into game 5 up 3-1. It felt like, and an opportunity was definitely missed. And then thank goodness for Ticker coming in game 5 and just absolutely standing on his head and getting the win for us, so we can go home up a game. And then in game 6, like, you didn't have to, nobody's got to tell you this is a must-win game, right? Like, we need this game. You need to have your best game. Like, you're going into it, not with like any sort of different mindset. It's not like I went into game 6 differently than I went into game 1. Like, you want to win every game. So it's just that night I was feeling it, and I cleared my head. I had some energy in me, and that was, the rest is history.
The Checkers are hoping that they can get something going the next 5:26. The series has seen overtime once, and Toronto has won that overtime game. That was game 4. We are in the next goal win situation, I think. Within the next 5:24, the regulation part of this game ends. Face-off win by Toronto. A shot on goal from long range. Nedeljkovic has no issue with it. Makes a save. But of course, there's so much to be decided between now and then. 5:21 left in regulation time. And off the face-off, the Marlies have another face-off win in the Charlotte zone, as they've done pretty much all game. Nick Waugh couldn't get it out. Marchman is there on the far side. Walks it up. Didier closing in on him. It does get around the boards. Brooks on his backhand. Walks it up and try to center it. Now it does come to the stick of Borgman on his backhand. Borgman in, twisting with it. Borgman taking a look. Nice pass. Brooks fired. Puck is free. And, oh, wow. What do we have? What do we have here? Penalty against Charlotte, I believe. Interference is the call. 4:54 to go. Face off the Checkers penalty. Clear it out down the ice. .435 to go. Timoshev is in, feathers it up for more. Chopped off his stick. Timoshev got there. There's Hayden Fleury. Played it off a skate, not cleared out. Look out, Timoshev with it on the left side. Twirls back. Calle Rosen wants the puck. Moore has got it. He'll send to Timoshev. 40 seconds gone, and the man advantage is Didier sitting in the box. They'll go to Bracco, then to Rosen. Now to the near side, Timoshev. Down low, they play it. They try to center it. Hayden Fleury got his skates in the way. Took away the centering pass. 4 minutes left to go in regulation. The Checkers are shorthanded. It is a 3-3 game. Shorthanded for 1 minute more right now. To the point, Rosen walks it, sends to the right wing side. Bracco fakes the shot. Left for Rosen, who may let it go. No, to Timoshev. Cross ice, shot. That deflected and just went wide and out of play. .43 to go, third period. 50-5-0, the time left in the Didier penalty. Checkers win the faceoff, and Nick Waugh gets it to center ice. 3:35 left. Sandin sends it back now, and Engvall holds on as he skates in with Brooks. Got turned around. Hayden Fleury broke his stick. Oh, look out, and Waugh will get it out. That's a good break for the Checkers there, no pun intended. Hayden Fleury goes to the bench. 21 seconds left in the Didier penalty. Engvall gets around Brown. Now to Carcone in the final 3:05 of regulation in a 3-3 game. Carcone on the near side. Surprised Toronto is not going with two defensemen as Carcone sends it across. Read well by Brown. He's been one of the best Checkers players tonight. Sandin whipped it around. We're back to 5-on-5 right now. Didier out of the box. Nastasiuk played it in. Now they can make a change. In this period, folks, the Checkers have had 3 shots, 17.5 minutes in to the third period. 3 shots on goal. Kaskisuo has hardly been challenged. This is an icing call on Toronto and a stop and play. Face off to the right side of Kaskisuo. 3-3 game. 2:26 to go. Off the face-off. Toronto has it in their own zone. They skate right to left and get it out. Greening. In. Checked. The puck is free. Bean is there. An open Hayden Fleury. Finds it on the left wing side. The center ice recaptured by the Marlies. Juris sends it in. Nedeljkovic had a glance off him. Juris to Borgman. Couldn't fire it. Podorowski on him. They need to clear it out. Here's Morgan Geekie. No, he lost it. Here's an opportunity for the Marlies busting through. This looks like a power play continuing. It isn't. Liljegren on the line. Holds it. Puck rolling on him. Now he settles it. This one played through the middle. Off a stick. Out to center ice. It's not offside. Toronto's making a change though. 90 seconds left to go in regulation right now. Played into the right of Kaskisuo. Timoshev is there. We are essentially in overtime, folks. Next goal is going to win it without question. Waugh up. Yurko in. Yurko dips the shoulder. Fired it, save. Really on loose. And Didier shot it wide. It hit the glass and went out of play. That is the first and best chance, and Didier missed the mark. He was going blocker side. There was room there too. Just missed it. An offensive zone draw for the Checkers. 1:13 left in regulation. It's Waugh, Necas, and Yurko. McEwen and Carrick on defense. Face-off won by Charlotte. McEwen to Carrick. Carrick fanned on his shot. This one high in the air, now lands on the right wing side. Necas on the goal line. Whipped it around. Carrick isn't going to jump in. Yurko's going to try to take out his number 9 counterpart. Kicked it up ahead. 53 seconds left to go in regulation. Held on by Toronto. Vincent Loverdi skates it out of trouble. Off the boards. In by Brooks. His pass taken away. Carrick swatting at it. The puck is free. You got to get this puck out, folks. Got to get it out. Still can't. Marchment centered it. Rebound. Brooks made a good save. Marchment down on the ice. On the line, Sandin, they're going to blow the whistle. There wasn't a penalty call in the play, 31.8 to go. Well, they didn't give any shots credited to Charlotte in that last exchange when Didier shot it up and over. So the Checkers still in this period have 3 shots. 31.8 to go in regulation. The Checkers win the faceoff and hold on to their own zone. Jake Bean, then to Podorowski. Will there be some last-second heroics? We may find out. Brown swept it around. There's Bracco, though, well placed. He gets it out to center ice. 18 to go. Bean gets it in deep. Kaskisuo stops it. Now Liljegren, then Sandin. We may be going to overtime, folks. 8 seconds left. Toronto gets it out to center ice. Carcone will turn back. We're going to overtime for the second time in this series.
Obviously, when you get to overtime, the mentality doesn't necessarily change, but like the thought process on like the shots that you throw on net, like it's kind of like every shot on net's a good shot because the next one that goes in, that's it, right?
I remember we knew, they were obviously playing more desperate than we were just because of the score of the series, but we knew that we had to stick to our system, and we also knew the veterans. I remember looking around the locker room and just, kind of having that smirk, like, again, like, we don't want to play another game here, guys. Like, play the right way, let them make a mistake, and let's see if we can, through our system work, like, get a goal here.
To start off each period, it's always nerve-wracking going out there, and then once you step on the ice, everything kind of goes away. But, we had our chances. They had theirs. I remember Bish had one in overtime that easily could have went in. There was probably a handful our way and a handful their way. So, they're a really good team, and both teams were playing really well. So it was just about kind of one team's going to get a good bounce, and the other team, is just kind of fight for their lives.
Carrick fired, deflected just wide. Race for the puck in the near boards. Out to center ice. Did it get there? It did. It will now. Brooks inside the Charlotte zone, going wide, firing one that went missing on the glove side and bouncing off the wall to an open Yurko. High flip to center, knifed right now to Yurko, then Brown. This is offside on Toronto, so a stop and play here. Well, I'll tell you what, you give the puck away now, you're done. The series is going to go one way or the other on a giveaway. Every puck on your stick, you got to find a way to make the right play. Three into overtime. 40 seconds gone. Jake Bean up ahead. Gets it to Tomas Jurko. Starting and stopping. Turning with it. Down the right board. Sends it around. Necas trying to settle it. It comes free on the near side. Marlies trying to get it out here now. They do, in fact, get to center ice. Marchment with speed. The dump into the near corner. Bouncing to Nedeljkovic. He'll swat it away from the forecheck. Bean, high, flips to center ice. And it's batted out of midair by Calle Rosen. Then to Vincent Loverdi. And they regroup and play it out to center ice. Moore gets the puck only as far as Jake Bean. Bean's pass a good one to Necas. Necas with some room. He'll take it. Getting the red line. His pass. Are they onside? They indeed are. Down the right wall. Fire. That missed on Kaskisuo's blocker side. Ricochets all the way back down. Steven Lorentz can give you tons of energy in overtime. This is the kind of player that can make a difference if he can get to where he wants to with speed on the entry. Here's Fleury firing, and Kaskisuo makes a save. He'll make no Bones about holding this one down. He doesn't want to take any gamble here. Hold it down, make a save, and face-off will go to his right side. Geekie, Podorowski with Lorentz. They've taken Sarala off the line. And the Checkers win the face-off. Fleury to the near side. Gets it back. Fired, deflected. Kaskisuo had that one off the right pad. Lorentz shovels it around. Didier's going to hold it in. And he does. The Podorowski, get him the puck. Podorowski working it down the near side, twisting and turning. Podorowski with it, has help. Podorowski fired, blocked, rebound, loose. That went wide. Second chance didn't come through. Dmytro Timoshev now. He'll get the red line, he'll chip it in. Nedeljkovic cuts off the forecheck. Now he's got to get back in his net though. Big hit laid on, good job by Didier. Out on the line, now it's cleared out. Lorentz off the boards, down the ice. Will they call this icing? They wave it off. Nice job by the linesman there. Checkers quickly make a change. Remember, the first overtime is a period of the long change as well. He gets in by way of Carrick. Or did it? No, it was cut off on the line. Now it comes the other way. McEwen, good stick. Then to Clark Bishop, who has a goal in this game. Checkers in their own zone. Look out here. Centering, Carcone. He had the overtime game winner in the previous game, didn't get it there. Nick Waugh holds up. Waugh is waiting to the point. That missed. Carrick had it hop over his stick, and he's going to go for a change. Nedeljkovic allowing his defense to hold that one. McEwen to Natchez now. Natchez starting and stopping, winding it up through center ice. Natchez wants the red line. Now with Brown, they're onside. Brown shovels it in. Going quickly after the puck, 2 goals tonight. He'd love a third. It would get the Checkers the championship here. Fired, Kaskisuo! That looked like the game winner for sure. And he made the save. Now Moore against Bean. He's in. Fired, there's a penalty coming. Penalty coming against the Checkers here. They're going to be shorthanded. A shame, but that's Toronto on the power play now. Rosen, the left wing side, lost it. Nick Waugh gets it out. Waugh and Bishop, short-handed. Waugh fires, save Kaskisuo. Charlotte short-handed for 149 more. Toronto wins the draw in their own zone. Bishop and Waugh, Fleury and Didier on the PK. An early power play for Toronto on the penalty to Jake Bean. Timoshev will skate in to Bracco offside. Here we go. Face off in front of the Marlies bench. Toronto will track it down, Callie Rosen. Rosen dishes to Bracco. Bracco is in. That would have been offside. Schilke gets control, going wide. Schilke holds up. Playing it back to center, great job. Now to Didier and Fleury, taking their time. Fleury has room. Down the right wing boards, Brown. Dangerous play by Brown. Toronto reacquires. Carcone has got help coming in. The late man was Mueller, but held on again by the Checkers. Off the boards, not out. Second chance here. And they will make no mistake this time. 48 to go on the man advantage. Kaskisuo chipped it up. Engvall finds it. Now to Carcone. The entry again is a good one. McEwen on his backhand. Then to Waugh, and it will be down the ice. Glove down, Bishop onside. Bishop holds up. Bishop in for the game. Can't find a shot away through the hard-working play of Brooks. 25 to go on the power play. Jake Bean in the box. And Charlotte in a 3-3 game here in overtime, which is 5 minutes and 10 seconds old. 15 to go, and then Bean will leave. Brooks will maneuver in. Now Brooks around the dasher. Patrick Brown getting there in time. Gets some help, cleared down the ice. Bean's out. Even strength now. Lilgren to Greening. And Toronto's in for a moment. Natchez controlled it. Here's a chance. Brown fires. stand-up save. Brown at the end of his shift. At the end of his shift. Juan, Natchez, and Yerkel. Carrick, Didier on defense. Face-off won by Toronto. And they move left to right. They get it out to center ice. Greening captures it. He'll get the red line right over the logo. Now it rolls to Nedeljkovic. He'll play it himself off the wall. Yerkel out to center ice. Tackle, there's no call there. Look out, Baptiste. Flipped it in. Nedeljkovic to play it himself on his backhand to an open Didier. Didier looks for options, and he gets one in Natchez. With speed going in. Natchez busting through. Puck is loose. Yerkel and Natchez on the right wing boards. No one has it just yet. Now it comes loose. On the line. No, it gets out to center ice. McEwen dished it back. Now they chip it. Checkers making a change. Bean and McEwen are on defense. And the line for Mike Vellucci, Alexi Sarla, Andrew Podorowski, Morgan Geekie, the centerman. First in the forecheck. Geekie off his stick, out of play. 13:26 to go. 3-3 game, overtime, 13:26. Toronto wins the draw. Borshchev didn't get it in deep. Jake Bean off the boards. Sarla with that lightning shot, but he can't take it from there. Loverty will scoop it up now to Rose it. On the stick of Borshchev, stepping in. Rolling it around to the near side, to the far point. Rose it, fired it, deflected just wide of the goal. Checkers can't get it out. Long shot goes wide of Nedeljkovic. Pierre Engvall hit by Morgan Geekie. Then there's Bean, skating it out of trouble if he can. Quick pass down the right wing side. Now on the stick of Sarla, who gets the puck in deep. Cascasio, his countryman, will stop. And now leave it for the defense. Bishop will step in. Holding it. Bishop toppled over. Puck is loose. Could be a break. Could be a 3-on-2. They got to hurry back, the Checkers do. Brooks. And now to Borshchev, who comes down the right wing side. Bumped off his stick. Nicely done. Here's Bishop again. Gets the red line this time. He'll make sure to get it in deep along with Lorentz going after it. Against Borgman, both of them crunch him in the corner. But the puck is on the stick of the Marlies for a moment. Here's a chance. Fire! No, they can't get it to go, Lorentz. It looked like the game winner for sure, and they can't get the shot away. Good defensive play by Toronto to come back and take away the centering attempt. Bishop had the right idea, didn't he? Face on in front of the Checkers bench. And Toronto wins it. Moving through center ice. Greening is offside. Face off in front of the Marlies bench. Toronto has it again. Liljegren on the hard around as it gravitates to the right wing side. No, Toronto's offside. Toronto's offside. They finally hear the call, the linesman. And now the Checkers with speed. Natchez is in. Played in the near corner. Timothy Liljegren with control. Hit by Natchez, but shrugs off the hit. Now it turns back. Natchez found it. Tried to center it. Bouncing. Good bounce to the Checkers. Oh, Carrick was open to the point. Now they miss him. Andreas Borgman is in. Going wide. Borgman with control. Fleury puts him into the boards. Topple them over. Fans like that. They try to center. They go to the point. Taken away. But jumping into hole was Loverty. High flip to center ice. Morgan Geekie gets it to settle on his stick. He's held on to, and there's no call. Carcone through center. Jake Bean reacquires for Charlotte. Now to Didier. Didier flipped it up. Podorowski batted out of midair. Here's a chance. Fired save. Nick Juan is backhand. Now down the far side, they're exchanging opportunities here. Bracco's in. To Carcone. Bean got that one through. Indirectly it goes. Bishop wheeling through center ice. Oh, he overskates. Look out here. Look out here. Bracco's in. Centering pass. Fired! Saved Nedeljkovic! Reach back with the glove hand. 10:35 left to go. That looked like the game winner again. Down the ice, no icing. Left to right, Lindgren. Now for Moore. Moore to Brooks. Going back for Moore, it didn't connect. McEwen watched them closely. 10 minutes and 18 to go. Hayden Fleury on his horse. Cross ice pass. Glove down, however, by Sandin. We are almost at the halfway mark. We will be there in 5 seconds of the first overtime. Moore is in, going wide, dips the shoulder, twisting with it. Battling, now he played to the point, miscue by Liljegren, comes all the way down. Kaskisuo says, you come handle it, Borgman. Andreas Borgman, Timothy Liljegren. They get to center ice. Feathered up, Pierre Engvall. Pass to Lindgren. He didn't get very far, did he? Had to deal with Necas. Indirectly, it goes to Jurko. Jurko wanted to get that one to Necas. Intercepted, now it's the other way in the Charlotte zone. Korshkev in, dips the shoulder, won't get a shot. Carrick played him well. The puck is loose. Carrick to Necas. Boy, they've spent a lot of time on the ice in this period, haven't they? Necas has help in Jurko. Jurko gets control, trying to get around the defense. No, removed for the puck. Here's Brown, though, on his backhand. To Jurko being held a bit. Comes around to Necas. He can knife it to the point if he can. It'll get to McEwen now. McEwen fired, didn't get through. Puck is free, and now it's the Marlies left to right. 9:05 to go in regulation. Excuse me, in overtime, rather. The first overtime. I'll start to get dizzy in a moment here. Josh Juris on the left wall. One-timer fired, deflected wide. Rebound loose in between the circles. It didn't come through. Now to center ice, it goes to Andrew Podorowski. Podorowski holds up, waits. Podorowski bouncing off the hit. Now he's held up by Lindgren, and it could be a break. And now they're going to move in. Good hit on Baptiste. Aiden Fleury, shouldered, stays on his feet. Josiah Didier to Fleury. Lots of room for him. Fleury looks up, he'll turn back. Didier an option. Fleury waits, now gets away from the forecheck. Around the broken stick. Fleury is in. He'll get the puck in deep, he knew he had to make a change. Toronto gave it away. Through the middle. Now to Schulke on the right wing side. To the point. Here's a one-timer. McEwen fired. Kaskisuo was saved. Checkers get some shots here. 3-3 game remains. Schulke. Now to Bishop. Bishop. Tripped up. No call. Lorentz centered it. Never got through. This one goes into the penalty boxes and out. Brown, Jurko, Necas, but it's Toronto with control, and they're in. Dump to the right of Nedeljkovic in the Charlotte zone. Flipped out down the ice. This may be an icing here. Yes, it will be. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first overtime. Face off the right of Nedeljkovic. It will be dropped, and it is. And the Checkers do win the face-off. McEwen off the wall. They didn't want to do that. They may have iced it. Good skate by Brown, but he will be... Oh, he cuts it off. Jurko fired through the middle. Bounces to his number 9 counterpart, Trevor Moore, with control of it now. Inside the Charlotte zone, Rister saved Nedeljkovic off his stick. The rebound perfectly to the far side. Checkers again escape. Now they go right to left, and they're in with Necas down the right boards. Necas holding up. Necas going for Jurko. Now to Brown on the point. Fleury mishandled. Fleury's got to be careful here. Diving for it. It gets to Bracco. Bodies fly on the far side. It does come loose, and it's Loverdi who's in now. Loverdi taking a look. He's got help coming off the bench, so he's keeping the puck himself on the near side. With 6:45 to go in the overtime, the first one. We're going to play until we get a goal scorer, folks. Martin Necas, then for Fleury. Difficult pass to handle. Jake Bean's got it. Bean swept it around the near side, knife to the line, stays in, long shot, didn't get through. You got to clear the puck. Korshkev on the far boards. Whipped it around to the near corner. Checkers are hemmed in a bit here. They had a chance to clear, they didn't. This one around the dasher. Now Martin Necas taking a look. He still doesn't get it out. Timoshev walking it up. Timoshev is in to the slot. Lindgren fires it. That was blocked. You got to get this puck out, folks. They do. Nick Waugh. And now they'll quickly move it. Staying on the ice is Bean. He has to. Strike that. It's Fleury, rather. Meanwhile, it's Waugh to Lorentz. Podorowski holding up. Back to the corner it goes. Lorentz gloves it down to himself. Lorentz twisting and turning. Trying to play it out to the middle. It does come loose. Podorowski lurking. It does get to the far side now. Waugh wanted to go to the point. Finds it in his skates. Has help. Now they go to the point. Here's Carrick with a chance. Carrick fires it. Deflected wide. Pierre Engvall. The Checkers hem Toronto in. Podorowski jammed on his shot. Timoshev stepping up to the middle. Timoshev delivers the pass. Juris wrist shot. Blocking that one was Trevor Carrick. Carrick off the wall. Scoop it over for Trevor Carrick. Crowd was buzzing after that one. Lorentz got a piece, no icing. Kaskisuo stops it. 5:05 to go. Yurko around the goal. Centered! Kaskisuo, good save. Natchez on the right board to the point. It's all Charlotte here now. Jake Bean fired. That went wide. Yurko again. Bean's got a retreat. Held on by Sandin. And now the Marlies will relieve the pressure, getting it out to center ice. Checkers beginning to pick up some steam here with 4:40 to go. In the overtime, Checkers right to left. Patrick Brown mishandled. The other way it goes through center ice. Baptiste, he'll get it in. And Roland McEwen to the near boards. 4 minutes and 27 to go in overtime. Toronto making a change, firing one into the breadbasket. Nedeljkovic holding it. The whistle comes. 4:22 to go. They've had chances, the Checkers. They've had chances. Here's one off the face-off. Toronto controlling it off the draw on the defensive zone. Excuse me, the offensive zone rather, my apologies. The Checkers in their end. Mueller sent it around. Nedeljkovic cuts it off. Playing it off the glass himself. Bouncing the line, Lorentz gets it out. Morgan Geekie. Stick was tied up. Turning with it is Rosen. He'll hold on now. 3:55 to go in overtime. 3-3 game. Checkers score. They're going to the finals. Toronto scores. We're going to be right back here on Tuesday for Game 7. Hayden Fleury. Unable to get there in time. Liljegren fires it. That deflected wide. Can't get the puck out. Now they do. Marlies are regrouping. Borgman waiting. He's got Liljegren as an option to his right side. Instead, he'll elect to skate over the red line. Now a pass up out of play. And with 3:26 to go before we're going to a second overtime. Trevor Carrick to center ice to Patrick Brown. 2 goals tonight for Brown. To McEwen, who's in. Going wide, now on the right wing side. Knife to Brown on the near wall. To Carrick, picks it up. To Brown, fired, blocked. Bishop off the boards. Trying to get it back to Brown, he does. It'll get to Carrick at the near point. He'll have a little time here. Shoki to Carrick. Brown, the far side. Bishop turning with it. Bishop has it again, then lost it. And iced by the Marlies all the way down. That's a rare moment again where the Marlies are being pinned in their own zone. 2:41 to go. Toronto wins the faceoff in their own zone. Backhanded to the far side. Now Hayden Fleury. Then around the boards. Geekie trying to center it, bouncing. Lorentz an option will get it to him. 3-3 with 2:25 remaining in the first overtime. Geekie checked off the puck. Timoshev high flips the center, rolling down the ice. Jake Bean launches it up. This one goes down, no icing. It actually hit a Toronto. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. That touched a Toronto stick. Out to center ice. Loverty's got to catch up to it. To the right of his goaltender. Hard in the forecheck. Lorentz stole it. Recaptured here. Lorentz has had a really good overtime period. Creating opportunities with his speed. Moore will bust in. Moore centered. Here's an opportunity through the middle. Nick Waugh erases it to Natchez. Down the far side for Waugh. Trying to dance around the defensive Liljegren. There's Yurko going back for Waugh. Marchman shoulder Waugh off the puck. Players converge, and now it's Yurko to the point. He missed it. Now he'll get it right back. Bouncer inside the far dot. But it's cleared out by the Marlies. They'll get the red line. Down the near boards. Marchman is in on his backhand fire. Nedeljkovic's save. It may have been going wide, but he made the save. Four on four. We're gonna play 4-on-4 hockey. Face-off to Nedeljkovic's left side. Toronto won the face-off, split it between their defense. They got to retreat now and grab a hold of it, which Loverty does. Bracco, now to Rosen. Then for Bracco, as Toronto has control of the 4-on-4. Last minute of play.
1 minute remaining.
Bishop with Brown. Toronto holding on here. Bracco's pass to Rosen, right back for Bracco. McEwen, though, for Charlotte as they continue to hold on. Now the Checkers do and wait for their forwards to change. Andrew Podorowski is on with Nick Waugh. And it's Jake Bean behind his netminder in the final 38 seconds of the first overtime of the 3-3 game. Here's Nick Waugh, off the boards, Fleury, in, Fleury, fires it, hit the post! Fleury had the series winner, but he rang it off the iron. Now it's Waugh to Didier, to the near side, to Podorowski. Podorowski taking a look. Rister, that went wide. Bounces, Toronto holds on to the line. Didier backhander to Fleury. Checkers bench is standing. Bouncer, Kaskisuo save. He'll get all the way down. Didier's got to get back. Didier's got to get back. And it's over. Here it's over.
You know, I don't know. It's tough to think back on it now, especially the first overtime. That's definitely not the thing that you remember most. But I think probably the one thing I remember is we went in after the one intermission. It's just the goal wasn't going to be pretty, regardless of who scored it or when it was scored. We all knew that it's just going to be a lucky bounce or it's going to go off somebody or something like that. So I think we just tried to, limit their chances and make the most out of ours. And I think the guys did a really good job of kind of, like I said before, sticking to our game plan and just doing the best we could with what we had and trying to, limit them offensively.
In the early part of the 4-on-4, here's Moore busting through. Moore's in and went into Nedeljkovic. Looked like he fell of his own accord. There's no call. Left to right, Checkers busting in. Fleury lost control of it. The no-look backhander, a good one. Moore's got it. 4-on-4 for 15 more seconds. Toronto's in with Moore again. Nice play by Brown, but here's Brooks firing it, saved by Nedeljkovic. He'll get the whistle, won't he? Yes, he will. Nick Waugh will take the face-off. Toronto wins it. Bracco has it, and then he left it for Sandin. Oh, baby. Yurko could have got one there, but they let that one go. Meanwhile, the other way as we go 5-on-5. Bean fires it. Save Kaskisuo. Here we go. Waugh. Machus, Yurko, Checkers win it, Didier to the near side, to Yurko, turning with it, Yurko in, Yurko holding, centering, shot just wide, Yurko again on his backhand, picked up by the Marlies, with speed, here they come, right to left and they're in, with Baptiste holding up, wants to center it, went off a stick and went wide, Karam's off the glass, in the possession of Jake Bean, on his backhand of Didier, got to catch up to it, knife to head, Machus trying to give him some support here. On the line, kept by the Marlies in the Charlotte zone. Greening's backhander off the glass. We've played 1:15 of the second overtime. Nick Waugh protecting it. Now it's Steven Lorentz, and then for Jake Bean again. He'll cool it off as we play 5-on-5 in a 3-3 game of the second overtime. Bean, stride for stride at center ice with Engvall. Beats him. Now he's in. Bean, nice pass. Shot, missing high on the short side. This one went off the meshing of the net, but it comes back in the Charlotte zone. Lorentz will get there. Lorentz down the left side, 1-on-3. Lorentz fires, kicked away. Rebound chance, save Kaskisuo. The Checkers have won the Eastern Conference, and they're going to the Calder Cup Finals.
So the puck, I can't remember who shot it to begin with. It started in their end, and I was covering for a D, I think, on the wall. One of our D pinched. And so I was coming back, and they had like a 2-on-1 or 2-on-2 or 3-on-2 or something. I think it was me and Fleur. We were the last two back, and Fleur made a great play on the line to just kind of bump it back up to Laurie. And, I kind of just got going forward. And I don't think Laurie gets enough credit. He got two great shots off. I thought the second one was going in personally. It would have went in if the goalie didn't make a great save there. But luckily it went off his shoulder and I was just going to the net. I think I didn't go off my stick. That's for sure. I know it went off me somewhere, but I'm not sure I can tell you exactly where. But yeah, other than that, I don't really remember a whole lot. Just a lot. It was pretty loud. It was really loud in there. And I think that kind of speaks to the building and the fans we got. So it was just a cool, special feeling for sure.
They turned it over, and I think it went over to our bench. I just kind of scooped it up along the wall. And at this point, it was only about a 20-second shift for me, but it was, it seemed like the longest 20-second shift of my career. So I was kind of huffing and puffing. So I just wanted to get a shot on net. Whatever happened, and then I maybe would be able to, go get a line change. But I shot to the defenseman, and puck just kind of kicked off to the corner. And again, I was exhausted, so I wanted to throw the rebound on net and have a chance for, let's say, someone to be coming through and scoop up the trash. And I was fortunate enough to hit him right in the shoulder, because if that puck misses the net, it's rimming around the glass and they're going the other way. And then I have to change on the back check, which is a big no-no, especially in playoffs in double overtime in the conference final. So it hit Kaskisuo right in the shoulder, and I can remember your call clear as day. And Geeks was driving the net, and it was I don't know whether it hit him in the chest or the stick, but he pushed that puck in the net. In the next 30 seconds, I just remember it was mayhem, and everyone was jumping around, and I just remember trying to catch my breath because I was still so exhausted, but I was so happy and I wanted to celebrate. And I just remember the guys coming at us, just jumping. It was one of the coolest things I've been a part of.
We're coming down. I think it was Laurie. He was coming down the wing. He was by himself, like whatever. It was like a 1-on-2, and he's got a good shot. And they let him just kind of walk into, I think it was the top of the circles he got to. And anytime you can shoot through somebody, it's tough for a goalie to read it and react properly. And so it looks like he shot it through the guy's legs, or maybe it like went right by his leg under a stick kind of thing. And from the top of the circles, like I said, he's got a good shot. It catches him high, so he can't control the rebound well. And then the puck bounces back out towards the direction he was going. And I'm like, ooh, that was that was a good shot. And then he throws it back on net again. And I'm like, all right, that's good. That's what you want. You never know. And then you see Geeks coming in, and the puck's just bouncing, right? And then all of a sudden, you just see Geeks' hands go in the air. And that's all I can see. At that point, that's all I can see. I saw the puck go to the net, and I saw Geeks' hands go in the air. And I just booked it down. I booked it down to the other end of the ice. Like I didn't know if he hit it with his hand, if it was a high stick. They hit it in. I don't know what it was, but I just knew that the light went off, the goal horn went off, Geeks was celebrating, everybody's jumping and yelling, and I'm like, that's it. We scored. The game's over. That was a special moment. I won't forget that one.
We were getting our chances. Things were good. We just talked about all the things that we want to do is, get pucks to the net and all those things that you talk about in overtime, but make sure you're good defensively. And I just remember Geeks going to the net and getting a rebound and putting it in and being excited. But there were so many penalties against us and calls against us. I didn't know if they were going to give us that goal. Everybody's excited and cheering, going off the bench. And I looked at Wars and I just said, hold on a second. Let's make sure this is a good goal. And it was a good goal. So obviously very excited for the guys. The place was going crazy. My biggest regret would be that I didn't get to enjoy the win in front of the home crowd, because I was on to the next thing. As a coach, you have to be organized and start talking about the finals and moving on. So I didn't get to really enjoy the win with the fans. I was so excited for them to be a part of that and be a part of us going to the finals.
Obviously, guy drives in net. Laurie shoots it from the corner, I believe, far side, and then Geeks just drives in net, gets a stick on it. Great goal. Fleury quick ups the puck and gets up into the ice. Like I said, early into that second overtime, when we had come off from dominating the first overtime, you thought maybe Toronto would push to get the momentum back, and I thought our guys did a good job. We talked about it in between the overtimes, is let's try to dominate this first 5 minutes. Not all at once, but one shift at a time, and our guys did a good job. Geeks gets rewards to go in the net, and that's what we thought. It was going to be one of those type of goals where it's off a foot, off a skate, off of someone's stick, driving the net, and that's what happened with Geeks.
Just a lot of excitement. I remember we had that funny chant going that was like the NHL, EA Sports, whatever that song was. We all were chanting it. It was pretty funny, and I don't know. Everyone had a couple couple one-liners that were pretty good. I think Sevy came out and had his beat the champs line, and it was a good feeling for sure.
I don't know. It's crazy to think about now as we talk through it. No, I don't even know if I could say if there's any words. I know I lost my stick like as soon as it happened. I tried to like put my hands up because Potts was right there, but the goalie had my stick or someone had my stick, and so I lost it. And I can't remember anything. I just remember I met Potts in front of the net, and then I met Laurie was right in the corner, and we ended up along the boards. But that was kind of it. It seemed to go on forever. I know guys were super happy. I think there was a good video as we were coming in the room, I want to say, after that game, and you can see the emotion on everybody's faces and how happy we were. But I think kind of just getting to that point was something we knew that we could do, and just getting there kind of solidified that in our head that we're here, we're going to get the job done kind of thing. And we were just had 7 games left, one more team, and we knew what we could do for sure.